Hey guys, this is Lenny for Transcending Focus, coming at you again with our goal setting modules. I guess this whole entire week, based on a little bit of writing that I did over the weekend, is going to be based on you setting your goals and creating the life that you want to do. Because at Transcending Focus, what we do is we innovate, we motivate, and we educate entrepreneurs like you. And of course, this comes down to motivating and educating the entrepreneurial, spirit. So, talking about goals in our last module or our last vlog, what I just did was we talked about the concept of committing to something, really viscerally committing to something. And it's very rare that I see that in today's world that someone commits to something completely. So, if you're going to achieve your goals, you're going to need to commit to whatever it is that you wrote in that goal. If you wrote that you're going to have your name on a building and it's going to say, Lenny Kerman Incorporated or whatever your name is, well, guess what? That is an absolute commitment that is going to be part of your psyche going forward. You're going to tell people about it. It's going to be who you are. It will be your ethos. So, continuing on with goal setting and making sure that you achieve your goals faster and more effective, the next part of this is that I want to make sure that you're writing your goals correctly. Because while it's very important, yes, to put your goals down on paper, yes, it's important to commit to your goals, you need to make sure that they're actually written out in the appropriate format. Of course, that again is not a 5-minute vlog post here. I'm going to do 2 posts on how to actually write your goals and how to organize them. But the first part, of course, is what exactly should these goals be directed towards? So the first thing I want to say is your goals need to be specific. And what do I mean by specific? If you were, let's say, to create a map to try to go somewhere, would you say that you want to go to King's College Street? Or would you say you're going to go to Thornhill, Ontario, 48 King's College, which is just off John and Bayview? You'd be the latter. You wouldn't be very vague in your roadmap. You'd be significantly more specific. And your goals need to follow that exact same psychology. So let's say you wanted a new car and you knew what kind of car that was. You wouldn't say in your goal setting experience, you wouldn't say, I want a new car by such and such date. What you would say is, by such and such time, I will have a BMW X4 or M4 or blue, and the seats are going to look like this. The car rims are going to look like this. It's going to be this year. Every little nuance about that car you are going to write down, because the more specific you are, the more likely it's going to happen. So let's just say it again. The more specific you are, the more likely it's going to happen. And this could be extrapolated to any goal that you have. If you want to be someone who travels, well, I want to go to Bora Bora for 10 days, stay at the Fairmont, and I want to stay at those huts that are on the water. And then once I do that, I'm going to go directly from that flight. I'm going to fly first class over to Hong Kong on such and such airline, and and it can follow and follow and follow and follow. The more specific you are, the more likely it's going to program your brain to actually achieve that thing. Because if your brain can actually see what it is you want, the more clear that picture becomes, the more likely your brain will rewire itself to start finding ways to achieve that thing. So what I mean by that is that if, let's say, you wanted a BMW M4, well, maybe your brain will say, well, maybe we should go and test drive it or find where those are located, find out what the payments are like, find out exactly how long it would take for us to actually get that. What all those little steps that need to happen, your brain will start sequentially creating those steps for you, the clearer that picture becomes. So be very specific in the goals that you have. If you want to have a relationship, well, be very specific as to who that person is that you are going to meet, what physical attributes you're going to have, what personal attributes they're going to have, what maybe their philosophies on life are going to be. Be very specific in whatever goal that you set. The second part of it is, how do you phrase your goals? Do you just say, I'm going to have, or I have this by such and such date? Well, the phrasing is just as important as the goal itself, because if you phrase it incorrectly, you're going to convince your brain to be more lazy. So if you say, I have such and such thing by such and such date, that phrasing will actually convince your brain that you already have it. So if you say, I already have that BMW M4 2017 blue with this type of seating and this, I already have it. Well, your brain is going to be convinced that you already have it. You don't have to go get it. But if you say, I will have something, something, something to that effect, well, in turn, what will happen is your brain will start to create the reality that you need to do work in order to achieve that goal. I will have a 2,500 square foot house that is located on such and such street and have a front facade like this and a foyer like this and a living room like this, have this type of TV in the actual, all the things that are part of your world. The clearer that picture is, that's the specificity towards your goal. And the I will have that thing in such and such time, that is how you do it. Or to have that thing is actually the phrasing. So to have these things by such and such time is what you want to phrase. So there's two parts to today's video vlog, which is, of course, number one is be really specific in how you set that goal. Don't say I want a relationship, say I want this specific part of the relationship. Don't say I want to have this house. Be very specific as to what that house looks like. Don't say I want to make such and such money at work. You say I want to have a job that is this, that is this, that is this, pays me this per week, this much per hour. I need these type of people. The more specific you are, the better. Then you say I will or to have those things by such and such time. That's the next step. So hopefully that adds some value for you today. I'm really enjoying doing this goal setting series because guess what? It's doing a lot for me personally. If you actually watch these videos and actually watch them a few times, I'm sure it will do the same thing for you. So this is Lenny signing off for Transcending Focus. Have yourself a great day.